home, these guys make sure you guys don't get hurt, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Not a lot of you said anything, so I'm kind of worried about that. All right, so in here we have our trade goods. A ship like this ship, the Hawaiian Chieftain, was specifically trading things in Hawaii, but other ships like this used to trade things all over the place. Specifically in Boston was one of the first places, right? Anybody here know where Boston is? You know where it is?
Somewhere near New York.
Yeah, close. It's in Massachusetts. All right.
You're from
Now,
Boston.
You're from. Okay. All right.
He is kidding you.
Somewhere close to New York. I like it.
All right. So, in a ship like this back in America, we were making certain things to trade to other countries. All right. And some of the stuff I have in here was stuff that we traded for. Now, first of all, we had stuff like this that we were trading for.
Animal skins?
Animal skins. But who would have had these back then in the old days?
The people
Who?
who killed Indians.
Yeah, Native Americans. The Native Americans were hunting a lot of the different animals, right? And they were trading all these furs to those of us in Boston, to the American sailors, all right? And we were taking these. We didn't want these in Boston. We already had clothing and things to keep us warm. We didn't want the fur, but there was one country that did, China. So China wanted all the furs and stuff like that, specifically from one animal.
Sea otter.
Sea otter, yeah.
Why?
Anybody? Yeah, why? Why would you want sea otter fur?
Because it's warm?
It's very warm. Anybody here ever had a fur coat or anything? No?
Yes.
No, well, that's pretty warm, right? But is that waterproof?
No.
No. Sea otters, where do sea otters live?
My brother kind of has a jacket and it's also kind of warm.
Yeah, where do sea otters live, guys?
Ocean.
In the ocean, right? Is it really cold out there? Anybody here been to the beach? Out here on the coastline, right next to San Francisco? Is it really cold, right? You don't want a wetsuit? Keep you warm? Well, think about this. Back in the old days, they didn't have wetsuits yet. So if you had a sea otter fur, right? You had a jacket made out of sea otter fur, you could keep yourself pretty dry. Because the fur on a sea otter is very, very thick. For every square inch on a sea otter's fur, there's over 1 million hairs. It's pretty thick. Now, when you get in the shower and you get your head wet, how long does it take before the skin on top of your head to get wet?
About 2 hours.
2 hours? You got a lot more hair than I thought you did. It's pretty thin, right? So it takes a few seconds. If you have more hair like me, it takes a little bit longer. The sea otters can go in the ocean for 6 hours before their fur, or the skin underneath their fur gets wet.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time. Now, so we have furs, right? Feel them. Pass them around. Check it out.
What kind of this one? Oh.
That's a rabbit. This is a beaver. This is deer.
Well, this
And that's some kind of mink or something like that. Yes.
So
Oh.
Wait, what is this one?
Well, hang on. This is a beaver. Now,
What is
all of
this?
these things were given to us by a museum, so we didn't kill any of them.
What is this?
That's a rabbit.
It's so
It's very soft.
What's this one?
That's some kind of ferret or mink or something like that.
Can I break that one? Pass it around. Looks like a
Pass 'em
beaver
around.
tail.
Pass it around.
Kind of looks, yeah, pass it
Grab
around,
those
guys.
and throw those down there.
All right. Now, the Native Americans, right?
Can we have
The
that?
people we're trading for,
What kind is
the
this?
stuff that we're giving them
I have no idea.
is this. Everybody see this?
Is that wait, can I see that really quick?
Do you know what it is?
I got.
It looks like a file.
File?
Yeah, chisels, files, axes, metal tools, right? The Native American tribes had tools that were made out of obsidian,
Cool.
and glass, and stuff like that.
What kind is
Now,
this one? A porcupine?
that's a deer.
Oh,
All right, so here's the thing. We were trading the Native Americans beads
Rabbit.
and metal tools for stuff like this. Then we were taking that over to China. Now, anybody here know what China had to offer us? Anybody have any guesses?
Gunpowder.
Well, gunpowder was one of them, but they had already given some of that to us. Silk, specifically silk. Anybody?
Hey.
You guys know what silk's good for?
Yeah.
What?
Shirt.
Yeah, it makes really nice clothing.
How about pottery?
What?
Chinese pottery.
Yeah, we have
pottery.
porcelain.
Yeah.
Right, fine china for those of you, fine china. Whereas in Boston.